And now I'm going to turn to another epic 22-stanza cut-out and glued flashcards poem. This particular reading does not mean it is in its correct order. It is simply an order. Spaceship. Before a spaceship could take off, there had to be a reason to leave this one. Try drinking the air, they sing. Try breathing the water. Before a spaceship could land, something would have to break its fall. Zombies, perhaps, or what the conquerors will classify as subhuman. Does the spaceship replace the human beings who built it? Of course it does, just as the telephone replaces the touch of lips, or the television replaces reading, or the radio replaces seeing. The spaceship replaces everything, each out of place in its own place. The weapons on board are useless. They work only against animate matter. No one thought to include perfumed mists, a bottle of wine, and love, the deadliest companion to beg for a little mercy. Only the physically fit will be allowed on board, only the winners of beauty pageants, cunning enough to murder everything in sight. When the spaceship is finally empty, even of the space inside, it will join the other bits of junk, the satellites, whose signals stack to a point of origin that no longer registers dreams. The spaceship solves the problem of space by putting a grid over its facelessness and mapping everything for the binary computer print-offs of white noise and the occasional erratic conflict like marriage or blood sacrifice. The spaceship in space is a bullet aching to be a pearl, moving so fast it slows down and hangs suspended in the mouth of space, directionless, hoping to be saved by something more than we are. If the spaceship sneezes, rust will germinate beside the hangdog oxygen masks that can still remember human sweat in the absence of air. But if space sneezes, then all the zeros will abruptly roll over. The spaceship is not a submarine out to inseminate some whale. Its solar panels need burning planets, like the one it left behind. If space came before light, then what the spaceship contains must resemble what contains the spaceship. But if light came before space, then the beauty of the spaceship would be all. To repair a spaceship, you will need rubber bands, paper clips, bobby pins, chewing gum, and lots of ingenuity. Spill a drink and you'll swim like a fish to oogle each pearl. If you cut yourself with a knife, you can waltz a circle of blood around your throat. And your body will yearn for the good old days when gravity held everything together. The spaceship longs to become a star, flayed of its skin, transformed by fire. But there is a madness in loving space, fold upon fold of emptiness. Flip the right switch, home movies and golden oldies will warm the spaceship until the loss of all those people becomes too overwhelming a cruelty. The spaceship is the voice of the future after traveling through electromagnetic fields that fried its database. After all the libraries had been burned, the spaceship is a golden sarcophagus without any responsibility toward the past. But there are no hummingbirds to slice the tangelo. The spaceship tries on different sizes of space until one fits and we bolt forward beyond the weight of memory and the guilt of being born without wings. The spaceship will never grow old and die. When it reaches the end, it will grow younger, until finally its algorithms metastasize into smoke rings around the ball bearings, until finally it is what comes before the baby, cluster bombs and hand grenades. Does a spaceship have eyes? Too many to name. Does a spaceship glow in the dark? There is no safety in numbers. The spaceship is a ship of infinite space. No longer a silver cigar case attached by a wire to the ceiling. No longer a discus for the newly elected father figures, but particles of light, desperate to dance wherever they land. Call it so. Does there have to be a monster on board, creaking on its wheels over the track with the pulleys visible? Or are we monsters enough toward each other? Inside the spaceship you can hear flies in the petri dishes. Inside the spaceship you can see a blizzard of goose feather down. The food is decompressed paste, the taste of apple without the apple. Here is a replica of the spaceship made by the intersection of laser beams. It almost looks real. Fueled by nuclear waste, it steams at what remains of human beings, their holograms, pressed between leaves of a golden notebook. The spaceship is nearly there, wherever there may be, having shed its cocoon of booster rockets while riding the edge of each planet's gravity, like a slingshot light years off galaxies, avoiding the pockmarked black holes. In this way, the spaceship will always be nearly there, wherever there may be.